Good evening, Berkeley, and thank you for joining me for my twice-a-week update on the City of Berkeley's response to the COVID-19 pandemic. And I want to start out today's update, like I have with every single one of my updates, to thank all the essential workers. I want to thank our city staff, including our first responders, that are working to keep our community safe and provide essential services. I want to thank the frontline medical staff, who really are the true heroes, who are providing care for the sick and comfort for the families that are affected by this deadly virus. Thank you to all the nurses and doctors and all the frontline medical staff. And thank you to the Berkeley community. It's been 2 months since the shelter-in-place order went into effect. I know it's been challenging for not just residents, but also for our businesses. But please know that staying at home is making a difference. It is helping flatten the curve and keep you and the community safe. So please continue to stay at home to save lives. If you do go outside, please remember to bring a face covering. And also please remember to practice physical distancing of at least 6 feet. This is essential to reduce the spread of the virus and to keep you safe. So thank you, Berkeley, for all that you've done, all the support that you provided your neighbors, our local businesses, and all the essential staff. I want to provide an update on the number of cases. As of this morning, there are 68 confirmed cases of Berkeley residents who have contracted COVID-19. Sadly, we learned a month ago of one Berkeley resident who died due to complications related to COVID-19. We have conducted, as of today, 1,665 tests of Berkeley residents, which have a 4% positive rate, including 94 tests today. I want to update you on a few other developments. As you may be hearing about on the news or in your local newspaper today, I joined Berkeley Vice Mayor Sophie Hahn in introducing a proposal which will go to the Berkeley City Council on June 2nd to ask our city staff to develop a proposal to use our city streets, our parks, as well as other public spaces to allow open-air dining for restaurants, cafes, and also to enable local businesses to use our streets as well. As we are transitioning out of the shelter-in-place order and reopening our businesses, including our restaurants, it will be essential to ensure that these businesses can operate safely and that we can maximize physical distancing. This idea is not a new idea. Berkeley has closed streets for years, and we several years ago launched a parklet program using some of our parking spaces to create public space. But the goal of this program is to not only reopen our economy safely and ensure that our restaurants particularly, which are a very critical part of our local economy and our tax base, and also part of Berkeley's identity. We're known as a center for cuisine. That our restaurants can open safely, but also that Berkeley residents can get out of their house, come to the downtown and other commercial districts, be able to enjoy our restaurants and cafes safely. So we look forward to moving this proposal forward and hopefully in the coming months to open up some of our streets to open-air dining. So please stay tuned for information. As you may have read in the news, Congress is about to vote on a very important proposal, the HEROES Act, which has been introduced by Speaker Pelosi and Democrats in Congress, which will provide $3 trillion to state and local governments to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic. Of that $3 trillion package, $1 trillion will go to state and local governments. The previous CARES Act provided no direct assistance to cities of under 500,000 residents. And so cities like Berkeley that need money to be able to expand testing and contact tracing, provide medical care, and address the needs of our homeless, we are having to rely on our own budgets to provide those essential services. We are also anticipating a $25.5 million deficit in our budget this next year. And so this funding is critical to not only our city's response to the COVID-19 pandemic, but also to ensuring that we can continue to provide essential services to our residents. So please contact Congress and your senators and urge the swift passage of the HEROES Act. I want to talk about phase 2. As you know, a week ago, Governor Newsom announced that the state will be providing guidance for certain businesses to move towards phase 2. Please stay tuned for information about how Berkeley will transition to phase 2, as well as a specific plan for reopening our economy. An estimated 95% of Californians live in counties that do not meet the state threshold for moving faster than the state. And that includes all of the Bay Area counties. And so local jurisdictions that meet the criteria that have been put forward by the California Department of Public Health and their own county guidance can move towards stage 2. Please know we are looking at the data and the number of cases and hospital capacity to make decisions about how to transition to phase 2 and start reopening certain businesses. And on Tuesday, Governor Newsom also announced that certain additional activities such as dining restaurants, outdoor museums, shopping centers, in-store retail, and office-based workplaces can move forward if very specific criteria is met. So we are not quite ready in Berkeley yet to start opening up those businesses, but we are looking at the data and developing a plan for how to transition towards phase 2. And please stay tuned for more information. The city has launched an email address, COVID-19, all one word, at cityofberkeley.info, where residents can submit questions about COVID-19. So if you have specific questions, please contact the city at covid19@cityofberkeley.info. And last, this Saturday, we will have another virtual town hall on the City of Berkeley's response to the COVID-19 pandemic. This Saturday, 12 noon, please go to my website, jesseadeguin.com, to watch the broadcast. You can also go to Berkeley Mayor Jesse Adeguin, all one word, Facebook or YouTube page to watch the town hall as well. And if you go to my website, you can submit questions that we will address directly during the town hall. Our special guest this Saturday is State Senator Nancy Skinner, who will talk about the state's budget and the state's response to COVID-19. So we hope to see you on Saturday. In closing, please stay home to save lives. Please remember to bring and wear a facial covering when you're outside. Please remember to practice physical distancing when you are outside your household. It is essential to keep you safe, your family safe, and your community safe, and know that it is making an impact. So thank you, Berkeley. Please stay safe, and I will see you on Saturday.